Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's your pal Impossibum here. We're back in final upgrade, and let me see. Last episode, we worked on our all-in-one ore processing facility. We essentially doubled it and switched the nickel production over to uranium on this one. And we started working on our new missile factory, which is, I'm gonna lie, it's been taking quite a while. That's alright, we got through most of the heavy lifting type stuff. The rest of it actually shouldn't be too bad, so let's start working on it. We'll actually have this knocked out probably in a couple minutes. It really shouldn't be that hard, so let's just go ahead and get that one knocked out. We'll start building it, and then I really want to start working on our capital ship. I really want to get that one going. So let's start working on this. We'll get this one finished. Let's just go ahead and see what we need for our next one. So we go from a cruise missile to a heavy missile, and what do we need for the heavy missile? We need fuel and the cruise missile. Okay, so now we know that we're going to need a slightly different setup, which is fine. We could make this work. We're going to need essentially something very similar to what we have here. So for this area here, will be fuel tanks instead of input from carbon ingots or whatever, and these will be tubes instead of things. So I think we can actually just copy this right on over. So let's go ahead and do that. Copy that. Is that what I want? Something like that? Let's just see what happens when I do that. What do you look like? That looks like a thing. We can make that work. Let's go ahead and, like I said, these are going to be replaced with tubes, but it's going to be essentially the same thing. Let's get some tanks essentially in here. I can't fit a T3. Can I fit T2s in here? I can't fit T2s really either. Okay, so we do have to modify it just a little bit. It's really not that bad, quite honestly, all things considered, for what we're going to be getting out of it. And if I'm modifying it anyway, I might as well make these T3s because it'll make me happier. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if we can get at least 2 tier 3s here. Yeah, we'll do it just like that. Yeah, that makes me happy. That works. In fact, I kind of want to do that a little bit differently. Let me delete these and go from this side over here. So there we go, tier 3 tank. There we go. I'm going to run it down here and then go down here. Let me see. Let's go ahead and delete all these pneumo tubes. They're going bye-bye. Yep, like that. Let's go ahead and turn this over into pipes. And we're just going to run it along just like this. And I bet you guys might not have known that you could run pipes right through the junctions. But yeah, you can. Just like that. And so now it's got the same functionality, but now we got liquid going through there. We're going to set these up as, was it fuel, I think? I want to say it was fuel. So let's go ahead and set that as demand. You'll be a demand for fuel as well. I'm going to have to double check this because my memory is horrible. I'm sorry. Yep, demand for fuel. Let me double check this. We're going to put these to, these are going to be heavy missiles anyway. Yeah, it's going to be fuel. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and copy machine settings. Copy that on down this way. And this is essentially done. It's set up and it's working. They were going to be making... Let's go ahead and simulate it. Get simulated. All right, I'm going to skip ahead until it actually gets to the point where we're making stuff. And I'll be right back. All right, we're here. We made cruise missiles over here. They came over here, became heavy missiles. And they're being made and shot off into space. So we know that this little area works. Our assembly line works. I'm just going to clean this up just a little bit. I'm going to put some walls around there. It bothers me when things are unwalled. I'm silly like that. I'm not going to lie. There's no real logic to it. It just bothers me. There we go. Now it's all tucked in and everything is safe and nothing could possibly go wrong. All right, and good news, this is all set up. And now the next area is going to be this is going to be a carbon copy of this one. And instead of needing fuel, it's just going to need hydrogen. So that's pretty easy to set up. Let's just go ahead and copy this whole thing here. Like so. I don't actually think I more just need it like from here. Whatever, I'll just copy it from there. If I have extra, I'll get rid of it. I already know I don't want this wall here. I just want from here. There we go. We're going to have to copy like this part up here over manually, but whatever. That happens. So there we go. We have that set up. I'm just going to have to set up the wall over here again. Essentially, that's very simple. There we go. We're going to have to change this one over to hydrogen. Demand, yep. Hydrogen, demand. Yep. And you might be thinking to yourself, what, you don't have any hydrogen being made yet? And you'd be absolutely right. I don't, but we're going to eventually. Anyway, here's our rockets. That's all we needed to get these ones going. So let's go ahead and copy this machine over to these other machines. And what is the next thing we're going to make? Rockets become nuclear torpedoes. And we just need uranium rods for this one, so we already have stuff set up for that. Let's put this back down to rocket. There we go. And we just have to copy this one over here. Yeah, that'll do it. So let's go ahead and do that. Like so. I guess something like that. That seems about right. Let's copy that. Dump it over here. Yep, that works. Let's go ahead and make our walls all nice again. You guys know how I like having those. This one, I'm not going to send our stuff out into outer space. So let's just not do that. I can just have that disabled. You know, I can just delete that there. We don't need you anymore. You're the end of the line. There we go. Let's 3-wall it up right there. And we don't need this stuff over here. It's kind of extra and left over from a previous time. Let's see. Let's get a zone going here. This is going to be a uranium ore zone. Wherever that is. Uranium rod. Sorry, not ore. We're just going to dump down like that. Yep, that'll work. Did I set it up? Yeah, I did. Okay, put that as demand. Good. And this will be our previous stuff. Are these all set up? They are not. You have to be nuclear torpedoes. Copy machine. Run this on over like that. Nuclear torpedo. Good. Rocket. Good. What's the previous one? Heavy missile. This should be cruise, I think. Yep. And this will be light. All right. So if everything works out as I'm hoping, this should work. You know, let's go ahead and save it. Run the simulation. This is going to take a while until things actually make their way over here. So I'll see you guys in just a moment. All right, it's working. They're making the rockets over here, which are running their way up and should be made over here. Yes. Do we have nuclear rocket thingies? Of course, we don't get to tell until this fills up. Then we'll get to see once it goes to right here. Oh, come on. Just dropped right down there so I can alt-tab it. There we go. Nuclear torpedo. It is officially official. This thing will work if we make it. So that is good. We have our missiles figured out. Let's go ahead and get this built. I don't have a fuel and hydrogen production facility going yet. Getting one going for that won't be too hard. I'm not going to worry about that right this second. We're not going to build this one quite yet, but it's done. It's ready. I have something else much more interesting for us to do now. We'll build this, and you know, we can get this building. I'll have this building while we do something else. How about that? There we go. Let's get this building. Hit build. Make it out of iron. That's fine. We're going to get this set up. I'm going to try to set it up here so we don't have to like look at the sun directly. I don't know. Oh, what's this? Missile factory. There we go. No, I don't want to pay Earth to make that. Are you crazy? Let's get our people working on this. Yeah, you. Go do your thing. Jump to sector. Missile factory. There we go. Go make our missile factory for us. All right, you get to making that. Let's go get our other guy real quick. Should be idle. Am I clicking the wrong guy here? Am I clicking capital? I might be clicking capital ship Jim like a goofus. Idle one. Yeah, there we go. I swear to God, I'm clicking. One of these is idle. There. My brain just like might not be working currently. It's quite possible. It might not be working most of the time. Let's be honest. All right, there we go. It is building. It should hopefully function. All right, let's get this one built real quick. And then I'll go work on... I want to make our legit capital ship. That is what we're going to be doing next. So I'll see you guys on the other side of this little time lapse. All right, it took a while, but it's finally done. We have our missile factory up in, up. It's not running yet. We have to actually supply it with stuff, which means we'd have to start making hydrogen to get things actually going. Otherwise, we'd be stuck at this step. We could do this whole step over here, but we don't have hydrogen yet. So we'll get there eventually. I'm not going to work on that right this second because I have other, I guess I could have these working. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to get this stuff set up. All right, let's get this set up and won't have hydrogen happening, I guess. It'll just, it'll just be one of those things we just don't have going yet, but that's okay. Go like that. And this zone, do we not see this zone? This oh my god, I didn't set up the zone. Okay, that's fine. This will be easy. You see, this is tier 3 missile, which is heavy missile, I guess. Yeah, there we go. We'll set this one here. Like that. And this will be a supply zone as well. There we go. And we won't be able to make this one because we'll need hydrogen for that, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and set up these zones properly. And we'll actually get to making this stuff. And then, like I said, we won't have this stuff down here because we don't have hydrogen yet. I can live with that. We can get to that a little bit later. So we need iron ingots and nickel ingots. So let's do that. Iron ingot going over here. I'm sure I'll take it from right there. There we go. We see nickel ingot here. Most of it's just going to come just like this. What else do we need? Let me take a look here. Okay. We need carbon ingots. So let's grab the carbon ingot from right here. And like I said, they're all just going to come from our all-in-one factory, go over this way. All right, what else do we need? We need T1 circuits. We haven't actually used our circuits yet, so that'll be nice. Let me see, T1 circuits. And we have a supply of them at the circuit station. We'll just bring them over to the missile factory. And what else do we need? We need, this is going to be like fuel, I think, actually. Yep, we need demand fuel, so let's go get that going. We should have extra fuel over here. Yeah, we make a lot of it at this station here that we don't need, so that'll be fine. And that should be the last station. And then these guys, yeah, they should get their stuff going. Like I said, this is the last station that we'll actually be able to make things at, and it's making things. So it's doing what it's supposed to do. We'll get this part set up later, but I want to get to the important, super awesome stuff, which is the capital ship. I want to work on the capital ship. I want to get that built by the end of the episode. I feel like that's something I've been waiting on since like freaking forever. So let's go ahead and start working on that. And we're going to build it over here so we can have these robots help us build it. Because my god, building has been going slow. So I want things to speed up a little bit. Anyway, let's go into here. Let's make a new ship. This is going to be a new official capital ship. It's going to be one of a kind. We're not going to make any more of this. Which means we can be a little bit frivolous with it and just kind of like make it awesome and do silly things, which I fully intend to do, which I will elaborate on in a moment. Due to Zach requesting this many, many times, we shall call this probably cannon fodder. There we go. So everyone knows this is going to be called as the PCF. I guess PFC would have sounded better, but we're going to call it the PCF, probably cannon fodder. Because it'll probably die, but who cares? There we go. Let's go ahead and make a ship. And what I'm going to do here, which is going to be interesting, the floors are going to be made of gold. That's right, because we're rolling in it, the floors are going to be made of gold. I don't care. This is going to be a rather royal ship, essentially. And we can be as silly with things as we want. There we go. Oh my god, that's a little too silly. I don't want it to look like that. There we go. We'll even this up a little bit. And we're going to have rockets in this one, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to have them align the periphery, essentially. So let's get that going. We're going to have machines. Actually, it should be... where's the thing I'm looking for? Pipe, blah, 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 tanks. I don't think it's... railgun. Missile launcher. There we go. Oh my god, these are actually bigger than I thought they were. All right, let's give ourselves a little bit more room to work with. I thought we had enough room. Clearly, I was very wrong. And we can trim this up as we need later on. I just want to give myself room to work with. And then we can make it, smooth it out later and contour it and all this other stuff that we normally do. All right, we have missile launchers. And basically, I'm going to have these, like I said, just align the periphery, essentially. Just do something like that. And then trying to make this even with the top part. There we go. Those will be our missile launchers. And we'll have a zone right in the middle, I guess. Why not? That feeds all these. Do I want to do that or want to separate it a little bit? Like, part of me wants to separate it because I'm worried, like, if one of these gets, like, this thing gets penetrated from one angle, it'll be kind of screwed. And I don't want to be screwed. I'd like to avoid that. Let's start by throwing some batteries in here first of all. And I also want to separate the batteries up a little bit. Sometimes I feel like, if I get taken out in one direction, then my ship's just like totally incapacitated, and I'd like to avoid that, if possible. I don't want to be incapacitated. There we go. And let's set up little zones here. We'll have 2 different missile zones. I think that'll make me happy enough. Let me see here. We're going to be using only the best missiles, so obviously the nuclear torpedoes. And we're going to set this up zone like so. Yeah, that'll work. And let's go ahead and set this up with pneumo tubes. We'll pneumo tube it up. Just going like this, essentially. And I guess from there we could drop back down. Why not? I like that. We'll have a looping thing. I seem to enjoy having looping things. I don't know why. But anyway, we'll feed it in here, then it'll go up here, then drop back down, because that'll be fun. Oh my god, let me turn off the zone before I go crazy. Let me turn you off there. Turn you off here, because I don't even know why you're doing that. And turn you off here. There we go. So basically, we'll get stuff in here, and it'll just loop around here continuously, and I don't know what to say other than that will just make me happy. Let's turn these so they don't go down at least. There we go. We have to have one actually feed up. Yeah, we should probably have these things actually being fed. That'd be a good idea too, huh? All right, let's go ahead and do that there. And this one can feed up through there. And we don't want them to feed down, though. We have to feed down only in select locations. That way we can have the loop be loopy full. There we go. That should be loopy full. And let's go ahead and put this as a... do I have the zone set up? Let's have this as a... Oh yeah, I can't set up as a demand zone because it's not a station. Derp. Oh, there we go. That works. And for here, I guess we can kind of just do the same. We don't have to do anything that elaborate, actually. Set up another missile zone here. Add resource zone. More nuclear torpedoes. Set it up the same way, essentially. And this one we'll just throw new... We could be more boring with this one, maybe. We can just do something like this. Yeah, it'll be something like that. This one do not come in from that side. That'll work. You can feed down right there. And you can... I guess you cannot... I guess I'll make this a little bit longer. I want loopies. I can't help myself. I just like it. I don't know why that makes me happy to make these things loop, but it just does. So I'm just going to feed into that. This ship is all about silliness for the most part. Just giant, overpowered silliness. That is the plan with this ship. It's going to be massive, and it should hopefully be able to wipe the floor like any other ship. And the floor is made out of gold, for crying out loud. So this is a silly ship. Nobody's supposed to take this seriously. Hopefully nobody copies this design. It's like, this is the best thing ever. Oh my god, because it's not. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. All right, so we have things that have been made and stuff. So now we have the basics of a ship here. We just have to add some walls. We want to make sure we have a 2-wide path for things to get in and out. I've discovered that is super important. That's 2 wide right there, so any walls have to go further out than that. This is going to need a 2-wide area here. So at least here down. Go like that. And one more. There we go. That should work. And I can put a perimeter around this whole thing, essentially, now. This should work. This one, is that wide enough? I don't know that it is. Let's double check. Yeah, that's not quite wide enough. Let's extend that out. Glad I checked. If I don't do this, robots decide they get stuck in there. They don't want to do things for me, and it gets really frustrating. So, I really just want to make sure these things have the room they need to move around. All right, and from here, we're going to be using titanium gold composite, which has an 80% reduction to everything, if I recall correctly. Yeah, 80% to everything. So we're going to be using this ship against the rest of whatever else we go against, so that's why it's also opulent and silly, and it's also going to need to do well against everything. That's why we're going to use this, and that's just all there is to it. So there. There we go. We lined it up. We can do basic lineup things. Hooray! All right, that took way too long. I'm ashamed of myself. Nobody look at me. All right, let's start working on the contours of this thing. Let's make this thing look interesting in some way. I don't know. There's got to be a way. I also think they might have trouble actually getting over here to repair this area here. It might be too thick for them to reach with their little Healy ray gun things. Possibly. I don't know. We might have to cross that when we, cross that road when we come to it. I think I'm going to leave it be for now. Let's add some kind of contours on the outside here, on these outside walls to make it a little bit more interesting. Something, anything, I don't know. We might just add spiky things. Worst comes to worst, you don't know what to add to something to make it interesting? Add a spiky thing. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. So we're going to do little things like this. One more here. Yeah, that looks spiky. And we can spike it back the other way. There we go. That looks like a thing. What if we get rid of that? I don't like that. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot better. Let's copy that. We'll just add these spikies all over the place. It went up too far. I'm kind of okay with that. Does that work? I mean, it looks like a thing, kind of, sort of. I'm okay with that. Let's flip it. Actually, you know what? Let's copy the whole thing so I don't have to do that manually. That'd be much better. Let me see here. Does that really go all the way down like that? I guess we go like this. Yeah, we'll copy that. Flip it. And we'll throw it over here somewhere. I don't know if I'm going to get this lined up properly. I can't actually see the bottom while placing this. It's something like that. Alright, hopefully that works. Hopefully that's symmetrical. I'm not entirely sure. But at this point, meh. That's what I'm saying. I think we're at a decent place with this ship. I think it's about as good as it's going to get. I think it's way sillier than it needs to be. I think it has a lot of armor. It has a lot of armor, honestly. I guess it's not protected from the rear very well, but you can't really do that in this game because you can't build behind the thing here. I wonder if at some point you can start building back here. This is just a test here. I'm not going to keep this part. Like at some point, can I just do this? Yeah, eventually you just can't build back there. All right, let's bring this as far in as we can get it then. Like that, and we'll do the same thing with this one here. Yeah, we can't build any further up. That's fine. And that one is actually longer than this one, so let's fix that. There. And do we want to add any angle to these things? I think we do. Let's add angle to them. Yeah, I like that. I like that. We'll do that. Let's add the same thing to this one. There we go. Shapes. They happen. They make things look better. Okay, well, I think this is a ship. I wouldn't say that it's the world's best ship by any means, but it was supposed to be a little silly to begin with. We're making the floor out of gold, for crying out loud, so obviously it's not the it's not practical by any sense of the word, but you know what? It's a thing. Let's go ahead and save it, and let's build it. Let's build this super scary, ridiculous thing. I don't even know if we're going to have enough stuff for all this, but you know what? I don't care. We're going to make it anyway. Probably cannon fodder. This is for you, Zach. We're building it. Let me go get my other building ships. Otherwise, this could take about 3,000 years. Let's get you over here. You go over here to the awesome factory of awesomeness. And where's my other ship? Yeah, you're going to go over there and do that stuff. Actually, you're already here. You do that too, buddy. There we go. You can go over here and help these guys out as well. Oh, that was the same ship. Do I not have another ship here? This construction ship is idle. I could have sworn I just sit you over there, but okay. Go over here. Warehouse of awesomeness. You shall add to the construction effort. There we go. We're going to let this thing build. It's probably going to take a while. And I will see you guys in a few minutes. There we go. It has officially happened. We have our capital ship. It is made out of gold. You can't get much more gaudy than that. We got the rocket launchers we're going to be using on air, which I'm pretty happy about. We're going to try those out. We're going to have to wait until next episode. I'm sorry, guys. This has been so much building and strategizing this episode. We didn't get to go and blow things up, but sometimes it's just how it happens. This is an important part of the game, too. Hopefully, you guys forgive me for taking so long to get all this done. Anyway, guys, this game is Final Upgrade. If you guys are interested, I have a link down in the description for you to check it out for yourselves. You guys are new to this channel, it's what I do. I play indie games every single day on the internet for your enjoyment. We tend to stick to, tower defense games, base building, automation games, and vehicle engineering games. So if you're into stuff like that, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Click that bell icon so you know when I put out new content. Smash that like button, leave a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.